Wanna say hi, Megan?
I guess we're on.
Say hi.
Bye.
Hi.
There's the mom.
Thanks for joining us.
Are you having fun? Is that fun?
Bye. Yeah, you want to sit there and you can, they
No.
can't. It kind
I want
of,
to make sure I took off the, so it's not,
Yeah.
hi,
hi.
so there's no echo tonight.
No, it's better.
Yeah, well, that's because it was, I guess it was me each time. Well, because I log into YouTube and then so that I don't have to log into YouTube when I start it. And then it's both going at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're getting some slobber going.
I am going to run the opening credits.
You still have those characteristics of it.
You fill the glass too full. It's supposed to just be at the widest.
Okay, so, oops. Good evening, or hello, everyone. This is virtual wine tasting in the era of coronavirus. Is January 24th, 2023. Tonight's featured AVA is Howell Mountain in Napa Valley, and we're all drinking wine from Howell Mountain as well. I am your host, David Mayer, the wino snob of Wine is Life. And our tasting panel tonight is these people here, except
There you are, Megan. Look. down at the
Megan.
bottom.
Maddie,
Maddie. There you are, Maddie. Down at the bottom.
got a
She's
little
got
tiny glass.
Wow.
they're right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the actual. So tonight's tasting panel, just a few of us tonight. Jenny may join us later, I guess. Do I still say go around the room? Go around the room and introduce yourselves, your wine, and where you are and why I know you. I don't know.
Oh, it's there. You wanted it in the picture.
I guess you're first, Scott. Looks like you're first.
Well, I just moved it over.
Yeah, I
It
see it. Good, good.
centered itself.
Yeah, nice.
So that's what we're drinking
Yeah. Howell
tonight. Yep, Howell Mountain Merlot 2017. It is 14.5%. Yep. And the elevation is 1,700 to 1,820 feet.
Yeah.
And it's Scott and Nan from Waynesburg, Ohio, and we have Maddie sneaking in here this evening.
But
And it does.
get her a sippy cup.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, mommy's here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, forget Nick's the sippy cup then.
No, mom, she wanted mommy.
Mom's very important.
Yes.
I know we're all secondary or tertiary or whatever. Okay, how about the other folks? Oh, so,
We are Bill Dorothy from Fairfield, California, and we're drinking a Brown Estate Zinfandel. It is 100% Zinfandel grapes, 14.5% on the alcohol. And I think the estate itself is probably in the edge of Calistoga. Looking at the website, it talks about having Howell Mountain Zinfandel in it. So we're calling it Howell Mountain.
It says that the grapes are from both Howell Mountain and Calistoga.
okay. Gotcha. Cool.
Good today.
Where is Oakville? I think it's Oakville.
I'll show you. We'll be,
Back
I'll be, yeah,
or-
south of that. I'll show you the map in a moment.
Okay.
You know, David's at the Rutherford area, and then you go a little bit of south of that to get to Oakville. That's where the Robert Mondavi winery is in Oakville, if that gives you a
Right.
reference.
She's downstairs.
Go back and back to the there we go. So we're back here, and now we're here. So this is what I'm having. Oh, I guess I should have. Yeah, no, it's that's the label. What the heck?
We're
2008
model here.
cab blend, Howell Mountain, 14% alcohol by volume. It's Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Petit Verdot, and Malbec. The winery itself is in the Howell Mountain AVA. It spent 22 months in French oak, 11 months individually by lot, and then 11 months after the blending, and 1 year in the bottle before the release. The Arkenstone Estate Cabernet blend was formerly known as Obsidian, and that's what I have. Mine has Obsidian on the label. Consists entirely of fruit from the Howell Mountain Estate, ranging from 1,400 to 1,650 feet on the western shoulder of the mountain. Each year, the blend is comprised of the top performing blocks from 16 of our 22 blocks dedicated to the estate cab blend. Okay, let's and yes, I did not spend $350 for it. In a trade that sometimes when you're in the industry, you could trade wine. I traded wine. So basically, I could say it's nearly free. So that was a good price point for me. Oh, I'm already to the song. And Eric is not here to sing. Jenny is not here to sing. Maybe we'll come back to the song. Maybe Jenny will pop in time to sing it. So we'll skip that and go to the presentation. Okay, so here's Calistoga AVA. We were doing Diamond Mountain last week. This is Howell Mountain. And what'd you ask me? Oh, we're Oakville. So that's way down here. We'll be doing Oakville in a few weeks on the.
So the estate is.
So we'll be doing maybe several weeks. We'll be doing Oakville on February 28th. So almost about a month away. So we're slowly crawling through the AVAs of Napa Valley. This is what Howell Mountain looks like. It's way up here on a mountain. And you'll see that part of what makes it unique is that they've made it so that the AVA is above the fog line. So an AVA above the fog. Early onto the mountain to establish vineyards were Jean Adolphe Brun and Jean V. Chai, two experienced vintners who planted hundreds of acres of vineyards and made a success in selling their wine they produced. They also owned Oakville operation, today the location of the Napa Wine Company. They were among the most successful local wine businesses during the boom of the 1880s. Since then, however, it has completely renovated and is now the home of 13th Vineyard by Cade. So we'll be looking at Cade in a bit too. Usually where rivers, creeks, and property lines define an AVA, the Howell Mountain boundaries are defined by a 1,400-foot elevation contour line. Upon review of the requests and evidence of the boundaries and elevation of the region, the BATF, oh, here comes Eric, ruled that Howell Mountain was worthy of one of the few AVAs granted in the early 1980s. So in 1983, Howell Mountain appellation was officially designated as an AVA, making it the first AVA within the greater Napa Valley AVA. The appellation owes its distinctive climate to the fact that it is positioned well above the valley floor. Because its altitude, generally evening temperatures are warmer and daytime temperatures are much cooler, leveling out spikes in heat that tend to be more exaggerated at lower elevations. Although it gets nearly twice as much rainfall as the valley below, the soil tends to be dry because rocky, porous soil conditions allow for adequate drainage and less accumulation. So we're gonna go before, yes?
I see a Sharon up there peeking out of a car window.
Do we see Sharon peeking out? I do. Hi, Sharon.
I wanted to hear what you're doing right now. Thank you.
Oh, okay, cool. So I had selected in each of these, especially, well, in each of these regions that we're going to be talking to over the next 10 years or whatever, I've chose a few wineries within the region to talk about and recommend that not required to get these specific wines. So the first one under Howell Mountain, and the ones I'm going to talk about for Howell Mountain, I've been to all of these. Cade Winery is under the ownership of the Plumpjack Group, owned by Gavin Newsom and philanthropist, composer, and entrepreneur Gordon Getty, founded in 2005 on a 54-acre estate. They have since also bought Ladera, which is just adjacent, so it's a much larger property. Beautiful modern facility here. Tasting dining area within their cave systems. Really cool place to visit. I recommend it. This is their vineyard layout. So this is where that facility is, where that one is there. And then this one over here is what was Ladera. So they own all of this. So they actually have two winemaking facilities since they have Ladera's winery, an old stone winery, and their modernistic one as well. Next is Dunn. So Cade is readily available for you to visit and buy wine from. Dunn, not so much. So Dunn, so let me talk about this. In 1978, Randy and Lori purchased a 14-acre parcel in Angwin with about 5 acres of Cabernet vines on it. In 1981, the winery was officially bonded. In 1989, he had run out of room, store barrels, and he tunneled into the mountain to make more space. They farmed 42 acres of Cabernet Sauvignon on the property. Their wines are 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, aged 32 months in 100% new French oak. I've been here. I didn't go into their cave when I visited there. I basically, like the wine I bought, I went in to do some wine trade. So I've got some of their wine too, but I chose to open Arkenstone tonight instead of Dunn. Dunn is highly respected, making a style that would be more like, I think, closer to what we make as far as lower alcohol. Look at this, 13% on this Cabernet Sauvignon. So they're trying to make a more elegant style rather than making a big wine bomb, fruit bomb. Then O'Shaughnessy Winery. I did a full tour and tasting here as well as I had at Cade. Resides on a 120-acre hillside property that is now reaching full maturity at 20 years of age. Beginning in 1997, they planted 29 acres of Cabernet Sauvignon and 6 acres of the 7 historic blending varietals, Cab Franc, Petit Verdot, Merlot, Malbec, Carmenere, Saint Macaire, excuse me, and Gros Verdot. They also have 32 planted acres on Mount Peter and 32-acre Oakville Vineyard. Both grow primarily Cabernet Sauvignon. The wonderful tour there. When you do your tasting, as a private tasting, you're in this little glass cage within the winery, and that's where you do your tasting. It's a little table. Pretty cool. And then Arkenstone. Arkenstone purchased the land in 1988, remnants of native obsidian work, as well as historic dry stack walls made of ancient local stone are a constant reminder that Arkenstone is just the latest inhabitant to appreciate, care for, and benefit from this unique land. The underground winery, completed in 2008, along with their estate vineyards planted primarily in 1998. What they do here too is this winery is way huge, for much bigger than what they need for their purposes. So they also operate as a custom crush facility, meaning that wineries that don't have their own winery can use their winery to do the fermentation and so forth. Oh, okay. So, oops, didn't update that. So next week is not the 24th. It's January 31st, and that's we're going to be doing. Oh, and I didn't change this either. Sorry, guys. So next time we're going to be doing Spring Mountain next week. Is let's see. Oh, did we lose? We lost Sharon. Okay, and we don't have Jenny yet. What time is it? Well, I guess I'll sing.
Perfect.
So
Composer singing his own work.
yeah, I'm not a singer-songwriter. I'm not much of a songwriter either. I'm really not much of a singer. So
That's long.
there you go. So this song is based on oops, sorry. Oh my God.
Oh, excuse me.
It's okay. I'm boring.
I've just been busy all day.
So this is based on Oh My Darling Clementine.
Oh,
Did you want to sing it, Jan? Is it Nan? Sorry, Jan.
no, no.
No, thank you.
Oh how mountain, oh how mountain, oh how mountain AVA. You are high up Napa Valley, love your cabs above the fogs. On a mountain in a valley, high above the valley fog. Dwelt a vintner late for dinner, and his vintage Cabernet. Yes, I love Cab. Oh, good, just in time.
Just in time. Who's just in time, Jenny?
Jenny,
Hi guys.
thank God.
Hi,
It's you.
Jenny.
I don't like the tone of your voice.
Why?
Oh, no.
No,
We're all delighted to
you
see
rescued
you.
us.
I'm hurting everyone's ears trying to sing this song. What do you think? It's to the tune of Oh My Darling
Oh my
Clementine.
darling.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Okay. Oh Howell Mountain, oh Howell Mountain, oh Howell Mountain AVA.
Very good.
You are high up Napa Valley, loves your cabs above the fogs. On a mountain in a valley, high above the valley fog. Dwelt a vintner late for dinner, and his vintage Cabernet. Yes, I love Cab, how I love Cab, though her vineyards were hard to find. Up near Angwin, sometimes Sanguine, long Salad Vale. long, long cellar bell hanging. Oh, Howell Mountain, oh, Howell Mountain, oh, Howell Mountain, ABA. You are high up Napa Valley, love your cabs above the fogs. You are high up Napa Valley, loves your cabs above the fogs.
Yay!
Yay. Hey, thank you for sparing everyone the pain and torture of me singing it. Hi, Jenny.
Hello, just four of us today?
That's
Yeah.
it.
4 squares.
Well, we lost one.
Sharon was on evidently.
Sharon was on.
Looking out a car window briefly.
Yeah.
Ah,
Don't know how
They
that-
must have another basketball game or
another
something. so they-
game.
So you saw my note, I saw your boss.
Yes,
Nice people.
they are. I really like my boss. He's a good guy. And his wife also works at the Capitol, so.
Yeah. And they had a friend that works for the House, for the Assembly, I guess.
Yeah,
That was with them too. I just lucked into, I don't think, they didn't request me. They just, I looked in, that it was my turn to take somebody and it was them.
just happened. Yeah, he mentioned that he saw you at work on Monday.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I finally met David." It's like, "Oh, good." Because he knows I do this every Tuesday.
I told him to start letting you off earlier, but I guess that didn't work. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. So we're drinking, we're all drinking something different. We got a Zinfandel with Bill and Dorothy. We got a Merlot with Nan and Scott, and I'm drinking Cabernet Sauvignon.
Blow's pretty good.
Yeah, this is really good.
I'm liking mine too.
What vineyards do you guys have? What wineries?
We
La
have
Horta. La Horta, I guess.
Ooh,
The Hota.
I like that label. Ah,
Round
yes.
And the grapes are from both Howell Mountain and Calistoga.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. I actually never tasted Arkenstone, so we didn't taste there. I just went there to swap out some wine.
Is it worth that $300 you paid for it, David?
350.
Oh, 350.
Yeah, no, it's, I didn't pay $350.
I know that.
But is it worth somebody paying
They might
$350?
not when they bought it.
I know, but somebody would pay you.
It's pretty tasty.
That's good.
What I always think when people balk at the prices of like Rubicon, I tell you have no idea. Some of the prices of some of the wine is outrageous in the valley, and if you're balking on $200 for or $225 for a Rubicon, then there's some wineries you need to avoid. Don't even try to go there. Funny. Oops. So
Well, I think that when we looked at the wineries for next week, the wines for next week, we were not finding anything in total wines that was in a reasonable price range. But there's supposedly one in Sacramento so we're probably going to take the trip to Sacramento.
At a
Oh.
total, but not our usual.
Yeah. Well, that's where I used to, before they came to the Bay Area, I would drive up to Sacramento, and it's on it's in a mall.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the mall, and maybe you know, Jenny, it's also the
Arden,
I want to say there's one near the Arden Mall.
Arden Mall.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend if you go up there to go to Seasons Fort 52 for lunch or something.
Mm,
Really good restaurant.
hmm
I actually ran into the at work at
Yep, David, you
place
froze.
in the Bay Area because it's so good. And for me, going there for lunch there is worth it. I did nothing else, it's so good. So think about that.
So how you been feeling, Jenny?
Been feeling pretty good,
That's good.
which is good. I've been
Yeah.
lucky so far. Sorry, a broom fell over.
Your mom's chasing your dad with the broom?
No, doing some house cleaning today. Yeah.
On a crummy note, I just got a text from my daughter that says there was an active shooter near her office today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She didn't.
It's
she
everywhere
have
right
to,
now.
That's
What's
scary.
with people?
She didn't have to.
My
go
aunt and
into court.
uncle live over in Woodside, and they were actually having lunch in Half Moon Bay yesterday. While it was like all happening, but like they didn't really realize until after like what was going on, which is scary.
And we just had one in LA too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we hear about it here. I mean, yeah, I forget how many deaths they said in just the month of January from shooters like this.
Too
Yeah,
many.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think what I saw last night on the news or an MSNBC feed was 36 mass shootings in January so
January.
far.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, eventually they're gonna meet up with somebody to carry it.
No,
So,
if they come to Ohio, they definitely will meet up with somebody carrying.
yeah,
And it'll be some little old lady like me or older than me. And she carries it no matter where we go, she carries. I'm like, hey, I'll just stick with the net.
yeah, I mean, we had some, it's funny, but you don't know, you know, they got the permits to carry them and they carry them. I mean,
Yeah, she's got a special purse.
yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, I had a friend, I mean, everywhere we went, and he's in his 70s.
Larry.
Yeah, he carries. Has it right on his leg.
So it's an open carry.
You have to have a permit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but one of these people, they're gonna meet up. And that's what's gonna happen. I mean, it's happened here in Ohio, but they haven't met the right person yet. Yeah, it's terrible.
No.
We got a
Crazy
cowboy,
world we live in.
yeah, cowboy state. We got a lot of cowboys. I said years ago when I went to high school, the guys had their shotguns in the pickup truck in the school parking lot because they were hunting deer, you know, so they had these guns with them all the time.
Yeah.
Well, even when our daughter went to school in New Mexico, at the parents' orientation, they described how one of their little topics was how the students who brought guns to campus had to keep them in special lockers.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Scary.
There was a kid that carried
This
he
mother.
had the gun all taken apart, but was that a shotgun or what was that kid had up in Cleveland?
That was assault rifle.
And it was all taken apart in his backpack. And he went in a door that, you know, normally they don't check, rather than a student door. And yeah, but they did find it. But I mean, he didn't shoot anybody, but he said he forgot it was in his backpack. Come on. I mean, that thing's heavy. How in the hell can you forget?
I just wish these people would think about it. If they want to shoot somebody, we got places we can send them.
Other countries, yeah.
We're past the point of caring about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they got aggression to do that, I'm sure.
I
if they-
take solace that I work somewhere that has 24-hour CHP on site.
Yeah.
We have to go through like a metal detector to get into the building every morning.
Yeah,
Too.
that is comforting for sure. But
Yeah.
you're in a place where people could be actively working the area, even though you have pretty good protection.
That is true.
Well, and I said, like, these high schools, that was like their downfall was permitting these backpacks. We were never allowed backpacks, when we went to school.
I don't
I mean,
think I said them when we were in
It
school.
wasn't a thing
yeah,
back then.
you had to carry everything,
We
and-
carried everything and we had lockers.
yeah.
The
So-
only thing the only thing we had when I was in 8th grade at public school was we had bomb threats often, and I think it was just some student calling in so he could get out of class.
We had a lot of stink bombs going off from time to time. Yeah, that was pretty potent stuff, but nothing that's really going to hurt anybody.
Yeah. The first time that we got a bomb threat, we all had to go out in the playing fields, and we were out there for like 3 hours while they checked the whole building. And so a bunch of students got nailed for having drugs or cigarettes in their lockers because they checked all the lockers.
Oh, ha.
My friend, my
plan-
friend got caught.
The bomb threat plan backfired.
Yeah.
My friend got caught with that.
I think in my high school, streaking was the thing to do.
Yeah, streaking was
Oh.
big.
You have pictures of that, Scott?
I wish I would, especially the one guy I knew. He had a Volkswagen, old Volkswagen, it's a beat up Volkswagen. And he cut the top of it off, the whole top. And our last day, our senior day at high school, we're all in school. And here comes this Volkswagen. He's driving this Volkswagen, standing up, streaking. We know it's his Volkswagen, going across the front yard of the school. Yeah.
Goodness.
Well, and that was before cell phones,
Yeah.
and digital cameras and all that.
Yeah, I could have videoed that. That'd have been moneymaker there.
Did he graduate though?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we had them too.
Yeah. We had them streaking down the halls.
Oh, no, they were outside, not inside.
No, we had them go right down the halls during classes.
Those were
Yeah.
innocent days, much better than streaking down the hall with ARs in your arms.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we had hall monitors, might have tripped them up.
Our hall monitors were older people.
They were our age.
Our hall monitors were students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just probably would laugh.
They would have been shocked.
So a side question, anyone liking their wine?
Love
Yes.
it.
The same thing. I'm
I
kind
think
of
I've seen almost everybody do a re-pour, so I'm gonna say it's a safe bet.
I didn't get a report.
pretty tasty.
I said, we need to drink on another day besides Tuesdays. Our refrigerator needs cleaned out. We got a lot of bottles of wine in there.
Yeah, we eat and get a whole bottle.
Yeah, well, we went out to eat the one night, and bought a bottle while we were eating, but
I'm thinking of taking Sue out tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's got some other interesting, we need some more noses and people tasting it.
I tell you what, this thing has a good finish, long finish on it.
Mine's, yeah, but
tastes good.
my cannons are ripe and not very aggressive. It's pretty mild, but the flavors are just bursting. It's really blackberries, dark cherries, just really luscious.
Yeah, mine's dark fruit too.
And not, what was the alcohol? 14?
14 something, 14 and a half.
Yeah, 14 and a half, but it doesn't even feel like it. It feels like less than that. Feels pretty smooth.
Online, it said it was 15-1.
Okay, it says-
I like, well, yeah, you have
Round,
ginger
a
ale.
little high. Is your wine a little sweet
No,
still?
Harrison vanilla is not sweet,
It's not sweet.
Okay.
but sometimes it can be quite sweet, but it isn't.
It's fruity.
I've had the brown before, and it can sometimes it's almost like candy in a glass.
This is
It-
not that wine.
But
So
it's,
Okay.
but it's not as, it's not sweet, and it's a very dark wine. It's got a lot of flavor, but it's not, I guess it's not really intense like sometimes Zinfandels are,
Things can be.
right?
I agree.
Yeah. I'm doing mine. What was your vintage?
Our
On your-
vintage,
Uh-huh.
2021, so it's very
It's
young.
brand new.
Young wine.
Ours is 17.
I
And it says-
decanted it for about 45 minutes, but it's still pretty young.
Oh,
And it says that it
did
should
it look like this?
five.
Oh, you found a brown.
Oh, okay.
Well, some, because in my notes, it was Charles Valley, so I'm using it for Charles Valley. So some of the grapes,
The estate is in Childs Valley.
yeah,
But,
Yeah.
but it said that the fruit for these came from Howell Mountain and Calistoga.
That's-
State is Childs Valley.
I'm
Yeah,
going
that's
with,
what-
I'm going with the wineries in Charles Valley. So that's
So it's
How
produced.
many years, is this 15 and a half?
No, ours is only 14 and a half.
Oh, 14 and a half. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what this one is too. So I'll be having this in a few weeks. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I'll be having that.
So the truth is, I was just looking at all the labels at Total Wines because I was looking for something that was
Under $200.
no under $80. My goal was under $80. And I saw this and it said that the fruit was from Howell Mountain and
We jumped on
Yeah.
it.
Cabinet was like $50 or 45 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, this will
Okay.
work.
But
And
I,
normally they ask you, when I like go on wine.com, they ask you what your price range was. This gal didn't, but I think she knew that, you know, I was kidding and said about, you know, the wine snob and everything. And so she was like, you know, kind of questioning that, number one. But, you know, when I said, no, that's what he calls himself, the wine snob. And she's like, well, I like, you know, where he's going with this. You know, the varieties and stuff are very good. So.
that's where I'm going. So I didn't do it today. I was trying to pull information off the internet for my upcoming fun job of putting my tax stuff together. So maybe tomorrow or Thursday, I might get the list for the next grouping after this grouping, which would be Sonoma, I believe. So you'll hate me again.
Mountain AVA
Spring Mountain is the next one.
Yes,
is
Green Mountain.
31st, and then we got St. Helena on February 7th.
Yeah.
And Giles Valley for David.
Child's
On
Valley.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. We got the green red Zinfandel. for the
Ooh, good choice.
February 15th.
Which one you get?
Which vineyard? Do you know?
No, I'm sorry. You know, I told her, you know, I wanted Child's Valley and gave her, you know, those ones that he mentioned, but it's green and red Zinfandel. It's February 14th.
Green and red is one of our favorites.
Oh, he's gonna go pull it.
Beautiful
It was-
winery, like up on a hilltop.
$46.99 for the bottle. So that was, you know, more reasonable. But
Do it with us.
There we go. We should do
Well,
that.
we're just helping to stimulate the economy in the wine
yeah,
category.
yeah, there you go. Everybody that we tell that we do this, they're like, oh, that's really cool, you know? No,
I think it's cool.
it's fun.
It is. Thanks to you, David, setting it all up, fixing us
Yes.
up, and teaching us everything that we forget as soon as you teach us.
Yeah, I have fun doing it, guys. Oh, so update. I think part of the reason, so I did the class at the senior center. And I think part of the reason why it hasn't been very successful is, number one, we do it way early. Number two,
How early, David?
well, right now it's 1 to 3. Ooh,
Ooh.
nice. 1 o'clock
I
to
like the
3
milk.
o'clock in the on Thursdays. And the other one is the demographics, I think, of where it's being done. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't want to come off sounding, what's the word?
Snobby.
Well, no, I don't mind being snobby. I don't want to be sound like I'm judgmental or prejudiced or racist. I don't know. Oh, so excuse me. That's my stove's calling me.
Oh. Yeah, it says that this has the vines, red hillsides produce a spicy black pepper and berry wine.
The green and red.
Is it a
Yeah.
cab? Is it a
Sounds like a
Cabernet?
Zin.
Oh, is
They
it?
specialize in Zinfandels.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they?
Sounds like-
Okay.
Mhm.
But it was the Child's Valley, so that's what the girl suggested, and it's like, sure. I'll go for something different. I think we have some Zinfandel actually from Inglenook. The last time we were out there, whatever we were tasting, I didn't really care for. I don't know. It just had some taste that I didn't like in it, and I got the Zinfandel and another, not the cab.
It was your turn to buy.
Yeah. So.
Pressure's
It ended
on.
up being less money too, so that's good. We went to that, what was that one, begins with an S, that we went to with Eric and Sharon and David and
No.
Sue.
The
And
one from the movie, the one from
David, what was that one that we went to with Eric and Sharon?
Staglin.
Staglin. Man, that
Yeah.
was expensive.
It was in the Parent Trap.
The Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
3 bottles of wine and it was like $700. I'm like, oh my God.
My goodness.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm only gonna do this
What
one.
was
I'm never gonna do
fun?
this
What was
again.
fun
So-
about that time? I really wasn't paying it that much attention about the prices. I guess I should have. And they didn't give us they didn't give us a receipt. Then I got it emailed to me, and I go,
Yeah.
"Holy crap! What did I spend?" For what I spent, I could have gotten a couple of first growth Bordeaux's.
Could have got a case somewhere else, of something
Or
or,
no, yeah, I could have gotten a case of Rubicon at full price plus more, but for what I spent.
yeah.
Anyway,
It was
update.
expensive.
I heard you talking about the Edizione Panino Zinfandel. So update is what we have in the chateau right now is it. Once that's exhausted, it will not be available at the chateau anymore.
Are you
Oh.
pulling the grapes out, David?
Hmm?
Are you pulling out the Zinfandel grapes?
It's going to be available through a distributor elsewhere. It won't be available at the winery.
Okay.
It won't be in the club shipments. It
Yeah,
won't
it's
be.
very mild Zin, but we've like that. We've got a
Yeah.
bunch of seller from Mindy.
So what I'm telling you all, if you want some, now is a good time to get some.
Right.
Let
Would
me
we
know.
ever be able to find out who the new distributor
Yeah, I think
is?
they're gonna. Oh, she's asleep already.
This was on the way home. She was full of
good.
it when she was here.
Yeah, she was busy.
Yeah.
Car rides are the best.
Yep.
Jenny, we had her all day because Matt is a plow truck driver.
What's-
And so they were out salting and everything, getting ready because we're going to have a big storm tomorrow. And so he was up at, I don't know, 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock for a 4 o'clock leave. And then probably he's going in at midnight tonight. So I said, we can keep her. It's not that much. It's not that big a deal. We don't really do anything. I don't schedule anything the days that we're supposed to have her, just in case, especially in the winter. In the summer, it's different. But in the winter, I don't schedule anything, because I know he's got to get his rest, and
Yeah.
so she was just full of it. Well, Dorothy and Bill saw her, and David saw her, and she was having
She
fun.
was wound.
She was enjoying this FaceTime. Or,
She was enjoying watching herself. I
Yeah,
think.
just look at all the faces.
I was saying we should run get the Jack in the Box. I think we maybe still have a Jack. In the box.
She was enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
Mom came and ruined it all.
Jenny, there should be I think Wine Club will put out something maybe with the shipment that comes out so that you'll be aware of where you can get it. I don't even know where you can get it right now.
Okay.
It's the information I'm getting is kind of sketchy. So,
How many
Yeah.
days a month do you work now? Just one or two a month, or what are you working?
what days? Oh, I 2
Yeah.
to 3 days a week.
How many?
2 to 3 days a week.
Oh, okay. I thought it was less. Okay.
So what's the rationale of eliminating the Zen?
I'm waiting for them to actually give us the official verbiage to be. So it's really awkward for me without the official verbiage.
Okay.
So I've just been saying what I think's going on or what I've heard's going on. So Mr. Coppola wants to just focus on a few, even less things than we have been focusing on, and really be the Rubicon House, not all these other things. So Rubicon, Cabernet Sauvignon, Blancano for sure, Sauvignon Blanc, at least for now. And the RC Syrah will be members only.
Oh, okay.
And the Zinfandel
Oh, that-
will no longer be sold there. I mean, we literally have we literally have the boxes in one room, and it's dwindling down right now.
I think so.
Yeah,
So-
Syrah was the other one that I got.
So, for
But I
example,
Wait.
Jackie wanted some, so she bought a bunch from me, and I shipped it out to her and her friend.
Her friend.
I forget the guy's Paul,
Mm,
I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
They wanted some, so I sent some to them. They're actually coming out in April.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
We're going to Florida in April. Boston in June.
Sounds good. I'm going to Europe in May.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I had to buy my plane tickets. They quoted me prices, but the one place that I check with sells discount tickets, and I waited because I think she said the discounts haven't come out yet, and I waited, and she said, "Well, it all just went up."
That's wrong.
And she said that so many people are booking flights to Europe right now that there won't be any discount prices.
Wow.
Oh,
So what are the
no.
prices like?
Well, then they're high.
They're high. I don't know what high is, so tell me what high is at this time.
Well, because I'm flying business class.
Mhm. Oh,
Oh.
okay. All right. Well, we don't do
I just only because, well, I don't mind because Sue says I'm not going to fly that far for that long in a cramped seat. I go, that sounds good to me. So it's
Hold
each.
each?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, you only do it once.
Yeah,
Well, this might be our last trip to Europe for a while because Sue doesn't really like going to Europe, I found out.
Well, the thing of it is, though, my friend told me he never seen a Brinks truck at a funeral procession. And And I said, you're right. He said, you can't take it with you. So you might as well, use it. Take it, go first class.
We went first when we went out to California, and boy, we had some nice seats on the way out. Yeah.
Had my own little cubicle.
Yeah, basically. It was really nice. But
It was nice.
going to Florida, they really, we connect either in DC or Charlotte, and they really don't have first class. If they do, it's like 6 seats. So we just got main cabin, but I chose my seats, and we were like the first row. But they were more expensive just because of that. I think the one trip was $194 extra per person, just because I chose the seats and got those main cabin on top of the $500-600 that it already was. Yeah.
I usually won't spring for $40 now. So.
I don't. I've sat back in the back, and row 14 to 20, and it's like kind of loud back there. So I don't mind paying a little bit extra to sit up close. And like he says, we're not going to
get the exit row seats. You get extra leg room on the exit row seats, and they don't ever test my strength to see whether I really.
It's just, it's so loud back there. The engine noise is so loud. That's what I like to sit.
You're the wing, yeah.
Yeah.
Noise
canceling headphones help.
My worst case scenario was when I twice when I was working for Samsung, I flew to Korea. I was in economy because that's what they gave me. Oh, that was horrible. I felt like, the pictures of in third world countries where you're in a bus with the chickens and pigs. That's what it was like.
Korean, so you probably didn't decipher what was going on.
They speak to everybody in multiple languages, but it was like I had people like they were sleeping on the floor between the. No, it was really weird.
On the plane.
On the plane, by the time we got to Korea, all the toilets were not only not working, but they were overflowing.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. I don't want to sit by any toilets.
I was so happy when I was working for Intel. At least they gave me a business class seat to Japan, so that was much better.
Yeah, we always flew our executives business. Yeah. Because most of the time they got to basically step off that plane and start working right away. So they need the business class, the room, if they do want to sleep or can sleep. Not all of them can sleep on planes. And like I say, they've got to step off that plane and go to work. And so we always flew them the better class. Not necessarily first class. Sometimes they would request it, but it just depends on what meeting they had and who with.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's my hog from my wine glass.
Hey.
I was actually just noticing that, Bill.
Yeah.
What's with your wine glass?
It's my besides wine glasses, we buy apparel there.
Oh yeah, the hog.
I wine there very often.
Oh yeah, your
yeah.
Right.
We need to try it again. Just
you're logoed.
We got these ones at BJ's Brew House, and I'm okay. I don't have any that were this shape. Got them for free. I think the waitress liked us. She was obviously pregnant, and we were talking about pregnancy issues, and so I don't know. She just liked us, and she gave us 4 of those free. I mean, they probably would have cost, I don't know. I mean, they've got a gold rim. I don't know if it's really gold, but and then their logo. But I liked yours that you guys had. These are a little bit smaller, I think, but I still like them.
Yeah.
I got these. This is a $300 hand blown glass that I got for I think $5 at work at the play sale.
Does it have? I'm trying to see like a pattern around it in the glass, like a swirl type pattern. Like when
In
you hold it up, it looks like
this
it.
one, it's got
David.
the emblem right
Oh,
there.
it's hand blown. So I have two of these.
Or is it just the hand blown features that I'm
They're not
noticing?
exactly the same shape.
Okay.
They're really unique. And I
These
kick
are just
myself
the
every time I
rail.
think about it. I should have bought more of these at that price, and I didn't.
Yeah, really, $5.
I know. The thing, I do have a lot of glasses, which Sue continues to.
Yeah, I know, I know too. And we got rid of a bunch of, from the local wineries around here, the tasting
Oh.
glass. But we sold them at the garage sale, and what I didn't sell, I packed up and gave to Goodwill or one of those. And
I've got a ton of ancient winery logo glasses that some of them are like this big.
yeah, well, and then we have the little ones
Yeah, you
without the
gotta break
stem.
them.
They're like that big without the stem.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
All the wine tastes good out of any glass I have. It doesn't really matter.
Well, I'm being, my title. Wine.
Yes.
I prefer glass out of crystal.
well, compared to a red Solo cup. Oh,
You didn't hand me a red Solo cup when I came and visit. We had some good wine glasses.
yeah,
They were
we did.
selling off
And
their
these.
Yeah, we had
telling you
these.
guys, I need to come and visit you again. Maybe this year we will come out again. That was we both had a blast. We really did.
Just tell us when, so we
Yeah.
make sure we're gonna be here. There's nobody else gonna be here.
Yeah, right now the only trips are April and June.
And we
So,
got
and
Nancy and Bill coming.
and Nancy and Bill are coming here in May.
So, yeah.
So it just depends on when you come. Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
we got that spare room that's available.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, sure. We're gonna see Karen when we go down to Florida in April.
Oh, okay.
We had already planned on flying out of Orlando, and so we were gonna go down, early in the day to stay overnight because our flight's early in the morning. And last wine tasting, Scott says, "Hey, we're coming there," and she's like, "Yeah." So we're gonna go see Karen
That's
on
fine.
one day, and then my friend's daughter is expecting, and they bought off the same real estate agent as Karen, and so we're planning on giving them a call and see if they're available to go visit them for a little bit, probably just for lunch or dinner or something like that, and then head to Orlando for overnight and flight out early the next morning. But
Yeah, we'll be doing our wine tastings from Florida.
yeah, that April 11th, I think it is.
So you have 3 people on the screen.
I think that
Well, no, you should have separate screens. April, which one?
I think it's April 11th. Let me look at my.
11th, Coombsville. Yeah, I'll work on the next set so
No,
that
the following week. Sorry, it must be the 18th then.
18th.
Yeah, it's 18th.
Wild Horse Valley.
We'll be down at at Karen's.
Yeah. So I have for Wild Horse. I do have a.
Whoops,
I had it in the cellar, so I didn't have to go out and buy it again. But it's Kenzo. I have a Kenzo for that one.
Yeah, well, those are the ones I'm gonna have to get
They're a
on.
little pricey.
They said they were out of stock in the Ohio warehouse. So I'll have to see if they can find something else.
It's-
But if I can find it, I'll have it shipped down to Karen's.
Oh, okay.
Kenzo.
Right.
Well,
Kenzo.
Kenzos are expensive.
I don't think that we have any that are that pricey.
It doesn't have to be Kenzo. You can do anything Wild Horse. And there's not a lot. It's a small AVA, so you don't have whatever you find, or just do something from Napa Valley. I feel like I want to keep pouring wine and drinking it. I don't know.
Because it tastes good.
It must be good.
It's empty again.
Well, we're all enjoying our wine. That's good.
It's good stuff.
No
Yeah, I don't
sake.
No, actually, Howell Mountain is one of the better AVAs. Seriously, good stuff up there.
What was that one that we liked up on Howell Mountain? I thought that was Howell Mountain. It was a small one.
Sounds like. No. Well, one of them up there burnt down. Burgess burnt down, and they took over Luna down. So where Luna be?
Outpost, is that on Howell Mountain? Outpost, it was just a small place.
Outpost, yeah, Outpost is on Howell Mountain, way out there.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
were there.
Outpost is really good. I went there with Greg and Jackie.
Yeah, well, they like it. Yeah, we went
Yeah,
there with them.
they're members there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah,
Obviously, we don't drink enough wine, that we're not members really anywhere. And like I say,
oh, you're an honorary member
bottles
at
in the refrigerator, 7
Inglewood.
bottles that partially drink.
Anytime you want something from me, just let me know.
Speaking of honorary members of Inglenook, years and years ago, they gave us a wine cooler because we had been
Yeah.
members for 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
It just died this week.
Oh,
It started,
No.
the light started flashing and it
So the
was,
light, yeah, it makes noise. So it
I
goes
may
like, you know,
plug it back
ding,
in
ding,
again
ding,
and try
ding.
it.
And the light comes on and goes off and comes on and goes off. And
What kind of cooler is this?
It's
A
a wine
wine
cooler,
cooler.
just a small
A
one.
little
wine
A
fridge.
refrigerator?
mhm.
A wine
Yeah.
refrigerator? Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got ours a couple years ago. It was
Um,
like at the height of the pandemic, so it was very exciting to get this like
Oh,
special package.
yeah.
So a lot of people have got.
We showed you our,
No warning has gone out, and people have this thing delivered to their house. And they go, I didn't order this. They send them back.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah.
We got like an email or a phone call or something. Like we didn't know that it was a thing until they
Right.
called us and said, "Hey, your
right.
10-year anniversary is coming up. We're gonna ship this to you." We were like,
wow.
"That's really
Okay,
cool."
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think it's an 18 bottle or something like that. I hope.
16.
something like that. Yeah.
16. Oh, okay.
But we often use it for an extra little refrigerator for
beer
beer.
and other things.
Oh,
For Thanksgiving time, you can pull a shelf out and slide in a salad you need to keep cold when the rest of the refrigerator is.
Yeah, see, here in Ohio, we don't have to worry about that. You just stick it outside
Yes,
or in the
exactly.
garage.
but then the bears eat it.
Yeah, we don't have that here. We don't have to
Sitting
worry
in the
about that.
snowbank.
Yeah, right now.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
We had beer with our dinner last night, so I took some of the beer left over from our beer tasting.
Ooh, you had one that I really liked. It was like the old stock or something
Yeah, I
like
like Old
that.
Stock. That's one of my
That one
favorites.
was really good.
Yeah.
This was yesterday. And it looks really
Oh,
bad.
Wow.
It's not,
It
you
also
know, it's
looks
only
really pretty,
maybe
though.
like 2-3 inches, but it looks like that there's a lot more. But yeah, because the pool is like dug into the ground there a little bit.
Okay.
But
No one
yeah.
jumped in the pool.
Sue's
Scott did
home.
make a pass for the dog, but you know, it's like maybe like that. So,
You're Sue.
It's
But
but we're
beautiful
supposed
though.
to get a rain mix with snow tomorrow. So, I mean, it may melt all this because I forget what the temperature is supposed to be tomorrow. Whoops. Yeah, I heard her. What is the temperature supposed to be tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday, high of 45. So it may melt all this that we currently have. I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
I don't like to drive though when it's like that slushy and crap. I mean, it just pulls you into the slush and
we're supposed to have a high of 62 tomorrow.
Sounds good.
We had a high of 64 today.
Wow.
Yeah,
didn't know that we were
tomorrow's
that
the
high.
high until next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is supposed to be 40.
Oh, on my,
Heat wave.
on my Sunday off, it's supposed to rain. Oh, well.
I'm more concerned as what it's gonna do Saturday. We have plans Saturday night, and it's like, okay, if Matt has to plow, we're gonna have to take baby down there at like 5 o'clock, and he'll have to get up and then go back to bed. And once Megan gets home, because we have plans for Saturday night, which I don't normally do, but she kind of like switched everything, and it was like, well, I told her I didn't know if we'd be able to do it, but we bought food to take, so hopefully we can go.
Make it work.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe if Matt can't, maybe grandma or grandpa Mark can watch her for a couple hours till Megan gets home. Was she stuck down there on the landing or at the base?
Well, I think we're going to call it an evening.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you, you loyal fans. Loyal
Everybody, have
tasting
a good day.
channel.
See you next week.
Next week, we'll be back next week for the
Spring
Mountain.
Spring Mountain, yeah.
Bring them out.
So drink wine every day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is very good.
Guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye,
See you next
Jenny. Bye, Scott and Nan, Jenny.
See you. Be
Bye,
careful.
Jenny. Oh, she's already gone.
She's gone.